Well, one of the great texts to come out of India from the original Patanjali about 10,000 years ago, according to the Tibetan, was these Yoga Sutras in 4 different books, which the Tibetan says even the masters study today. Even the 3rd and 4th book are studied by the masters. And it is all about learning to control the modifications found within the personality so that reality appears. In other words, let's say there's one sun, okay? But you've got a wavy body of water. Well, it's going to look like there's 10 million suns, but there's only one because the surface of the water is broken up, okay? So it's fragmented, and we don't see the reflection of the one sun as it is. If the waters were calmed, the waters of the astral body and even the turbulent airs of the mental body, then there would be sufficient calmness in the personality to see reality. So the Yoga Sutras are marvelous because they tell us how we have to, what we should do and what we shouldn't do. The ethics of preparation. They give us the method of pursuing preparation for these realizations. They say, look, you've got to be a moral person, you've got to be a kind person, you have to have all of these ethical considerations. They call them yama and niyama. There are expectations of what you must do and also what you must not do. It prepares the basis. Then, once you have an ethical basis for moving into the wisdom, and you must never do that unless you have an ethical basis, then you can learn the art of meditation, stilling the modifications of the vehicles so that the higher reality can truly be known and reflected. And then it goes on and on and on, dealing with the development of supernormal powers, and done in the most precise way. Because remember, Patanjali was representing the 5th root race. He had this incredibly clear, delineative mind. And so he laid it out in the simplest terms. How it was done with the Alice Bailey group is the Tibetan translated those sutras, and then Alice Bailey made the commentary. It's all very clearly, progressively, step by step, as you would expect with a mental approach, laid out so that we can go from the average human being who can do very little all the way to a Superman who is a master. A master reads the last 2 books, and the amazing abilities that can be developed there are laid out in a way that any disciple can follow and prove for himself. That's the point. You prove it for yourself. You do not approach the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali just as a believer. You are a doer, you are a thinker, you are a practicer, you are one who works these things out step by step until they are proven realities in your life. So it's a very modern way of approach for the modern intelligent humanity. Use those Yoga Sutras.